Good day, kiddos. Welcome back to our channel again. And now we were going to talk about project-based learning and discover how project-based learning can engage our students and motivate them to solve authentic real-world problems during remote and hybrid learning. So many people hear about project-based learning and they think it simply means doing a project, or it might be building a model of an Egyptian pyramid or making a poster about a historic event, but it's a big no-no. Project-based learning is more engaging and it is more rigorous than what we think project-based learning is. So, you remember what was it like in school? It was boring, right? You sat in class and makikinig ka sa teacher and you try to pass a test at the end of the lesson or a semester. But now, school can be more interesting and effective. Paano? By making students engage through project-based learning and focus on the works that matters. So, ano nga ba yung tinatawag natin na project-based learning? Well, project-based learning is a teaching method which students learn by actively engaging in real-world and personally meaningful projects. And project-based learning is a teaching method in which students gain knowledge and skills by working for an extended period of time to investigate and respond to an authentic, engaging, and complex question, problem, or a challenge.
Anyways, meron din tayong tinatawag na
Student learning goals, and these goals for projects include standards-based content as well as skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, communication, self-management, project management, and also collaboration. So, what is Gold Standard PBL? Meron tayong tinatawag na Gold Standard PBL, of which is to help teachers do PBL well, and they created a comprehensive research-informed model for project-based learning to help teachers, schools, and organizations to improve and calibrate and also to assess their practice. So, in Gold Standard PBL, projects are focused on students acquiring key knowledge, understanding, and success skills. Let's discuss the 7 essential project design elements under the Gold Standard PBL. First, we have challenging problem or question. So, the project is framed by a meaningful problem to be solved or a question to answer, pero meron siyang appropriate level of challenge. And second is to sustain inquiry. So, students engage in a rigorous extended process of posing questions, finding resources, or applying information. And third, we have the authenticity. So, the project involves real-world context, tasks, and tools, and also yung quality standards or yung impact niya, or the project speaks to personal concerns, interests, and issues in the student's life. And fourth, we have student voice and choice. So, ang student voice and choice is that student makes some decisions about the project, including how they work and what they create, and also to express their own ideas in their own voice. Kumbaga, hindi mo nililimit yung kakayahan ng estudyante. Fifth, we have reflection. Students and teachers reflect on the learning, the effectiveness of their inquiry, and project activities. So, nakapalog dito yung quality of student work and kung ano yung mga obstacles that has been arise and strategies for overcoming them. And six, we have critic and revision. Students give, receive, and apply feedback to improve their process and products. And lastly, we have public product. So students make their project work public by sharing it with and explaining or presenting it to people beyond the classroom. When transitioning to PBL, one of the most biggest hurdles for many teachers is the need to give up on some degree of control over the classroom and trust in their students. But even though they are more often the guide on the side, or what we call the sage on the stage, this most certainly does not mean that teachers don't teach in a PBL classroom. So many traditional practices remain, and in fact, nare-reframe lang sila in the context of a project.
many unbearable hours later.
And next we have
And here are the common types of projects in social studies. So there are many possible ways to design projects in social studies. Here are some of the classic types. First, we have a debate, a speech, panel discussion, social media campaign, or multimedia presentation on a current event or controversial issue. So the more local and personally relevant to students is the better. And second is a museum exhibit about a historical time, place, person, event, or development. Third, we have a proposal for a monument or memorial that explain a historical event or development. And next is simulation of role play or a game that recreates a situation when people in the past or in the present day must solve a problem and make a decision or advise a leader or take some sort of action. A podcast guided tour, field guide, signage, or annotated digital map about local history. A civic action taking or service learning project to address a problem, benefit the community, or the wider world. And lastly, a piece of writing that addresses an issue or proposes a solution to a real-world problem sent to someone in government, academia, a business, or a non-profit organization. So, I hope you learned something from our discussion today, and if you have any question or clarification, you can put that on the comment section. Bye!